come here, my whiskered friend, get in this too small a net. That is a good looking channel catfish. We're catching channel cats out of a kayak, and you're not gonna believe what we're using for bait. We are hooked up. Oh boy. I mean, why wouldn't everybody be doing this? We are doing one of my most favorite things in the world to do, which is to chase after summertime channel catfish on the horseshoe chain of lakes in central Minnesota. This is my favorite season to catch channel catfish. I love catching channel catfish. This is my favorite body of water to do it, the horseshoe chain of lakes. And this time of year, we're here in July, and they can get really very accessible. They are active, they're bigger in this system now. So we got great weather. We just have to find these suckers. We're gonna be doing kind of power fishing with bobbers or floats if you want to be more sophisticated about it. The horseshoe chain of lakes is I guess you could call it kind of an impoundment of the Sauk River, and channel catfish have really kind of taken charge in this fishery. There's more and more Minnesotans that are really loving it, and I'm definitely one of them. This is going to be doing the brunt of the work today. A float and a 2/0 cale hook, weighted float. We'll go into more of it later, but that's going to be the main setup there. My bread and butter spot on the horseshoe chain of lakes is really not far from the ramp at all. It's really an easy paddle. This lake, the deepest part is 30 feet. So that's the deep, wintering hole. And so I've caught them there in the winter. Got them, heck yeah. It's a real nice one. I'm just saying, come here, yeah. In the summertime, they just move out from that deeper 30 feet zone, and they're on this gradual sloping bank, but they always seem to be there. And so I was just fingers crossed that the catfish were gonna be on this spot that they're usually in. Thankfully, I hooked up with a real good one really fast. There is one, right? What do we got here? Right? He thinks he's a bass. This might be a bass. Oh no, this is a catfish. Right in the tree. I might wanna, right in the tree. I mean, catfish can be very much like bass. Oh God, this is so much fun. Oh my goodness gracious, I love this. Now the problem is, I don't have the biggest net, I kind of have a bass net for this. And then you gotta, oh boy. I mean, why wouldn't everybody be doing this? It's so fun to be able to catch a channel cat in shallow water. It's just kind of wild, They're good sized fish and they fight hard, so in that close quarters, that shallow water, it gets a little wild. Okay, come on, buddy. Oh yeah, come here. My whiskered friend, get in this too small a net. Woo! Okay, let's just look at that. Look at this beautiful channel cat. Hello, thank you. Hello there. That is a good looking channel catfish. We'll get this guy released, but I gotta show you what we're using for bait is fantastic because the catfish will eat it and you can also eat it. There's a lot of ways to catch channel catfish. There really are. I mean, congealed blood was like a big thing in like the 80s and 90s, that was the big thing to catch channel catfish. Cut suckers. Really a friend of mine tipped me off to just using shrimp, like shrimp of all things, just shrimp that you get at the grocery store. I got this at the grocery store. The deli, seafood deli. Seafood deli? Yeah, seafood deli. Human food, also fantastic. catfish food. So this is a shish kebab that you would grill with, and it's so easy. Just pull them right off. I take that off, you don't need it, and that works. It's just crazy how well it works with a 2/0 kale hook. It fits that kale hook, the bend perfectly. It hides the hook. It's just wonderful. I haven't been on this body of water in a while, and so I didn't know exactly where the catfish were going to be, you know, positioned. They can be out a little bit deeper, you know. I wanted to see, you know, how shallow we could actually possibly catch these fish. They can be really shallow this time of year, and that's exactly where that catfish was. It was right, like a bass would be, right next to a tree. I mean, he was probably in the tree, heard the bobber hit, and went to investigate, and it was on. So it was really good to be able to catch that first fish and it be a good one, but fishing the shallow a little bit longer and nothing was really happening. So I decided, well, let's move out a little bit deeper and see what's going on, and it didn't take very long. We are hooked up. Yeah, I am seeing a lot of fish. Now this one, I know he's running right at me, so I'm not exactly sure. I'm seeing a lot of fish around me right here. And we are in 8 feet, basically. 7.9. I don't know how big this fish is. He's just been running right at me. They like to run at me. You know, like I grew up catching bullheads, you know, and I remember when I first caught a channel cat, it was like a major deal. Putting the heat to this guy a little bit more. Okay, not a big one at all, but these suckers are muscle. And even, you know, we're not gonna eat any, but this is more of the range that you would kind of want to eat, you know? Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. It's nearly impossible just to like determine how big these fish are. They just, all of them fight. Like this size, they fight really hard. Good size, I would say, for eating. This is a good eating size channel cat right here. This isn't like, you know, your grandpa's style of bobber fishing, you know. We're moving around pretty quick. We're kind of making fan casts, not letting that bobber sit for too long, really, because in this system, there's a good number of channel cats here. So you kind of want to power fish with the bobber, not sit on a spot for too long. Move, make another cast, another presentation, and just be covering water more than anything. I've got a bigger fishing boat, a deep V 18-foot Tracker Targa. I love it. Recently put all the gizmos on it, gadgets, the newest, you know. I'm deeply in debt now. But, you know, I love that aspect of fishing, going all out. But also that applies to the craft that you're fishing out of. So a kayak is just, it's a no frills, simple, just getting down to the basics. I wanted a boat, a kayak that would be stable. And this new canoe Frontier is super stable. It's got a track system from the bow to the stern where I can mount the seat where I want it. I have a tray kind of system where I can put my fish finder on there. I can move that where I want it. And it gets me in places that really you can't get with a big boat too. That's the beauty of kayak fishing. There we go. Yep, hooked up. I mean, I'm seeing a lot on my graph here. And I'm getting towed by this guy, which is fun, you know? Doesn't happen a lot in freshwater fishing to get towed. Come here, buddy. What are we looking at? We got another eater size here. Okay. Try my netting here. Come here, too small a net. Okay, maybe a little bit bigger than the last one, but we're gonna kind of test and see if maybe the bigger ones, we're gonna go shallow again here, I think, after this one, and see. Maybe the bigger ones are shallow, the long fish. you know, we're in midsummer right now, and 75 degrees is when channel cats start spawning. It's been 75 degree, like a 75 degree water temperature for a while in Minnesota. So there are probably some spawning, you know, up shallow. There's logs and rocks and overhanging trees. But out deeper, you have plenty of coontail. And so everything lives in, you know, coontail. There's plenty of, you know, prey items that live in coontail and milfoil. So there's just a lot of, and that's just cover number one, but also where stuff that they eat live. When I see that bobber just go down and going, I'm setting the hook at that time. If that bobber is just bouncing around a little bit, that's likely like a, you know, a bluegill, some kind of a sunfish down there just nibbling on it. The great thing about shrimp is that it's not, you know, like a smaller fish isn't going to be able to grab it and pull it down. It's, you know, when that happens, when that bobber goes down with that shrimp underneath it, it's going to more than likely be a channel cat. That's how it can just be, just like that. That is just, I love that. That's happened to me before, just immediately. And they're on. This guy's got me in the grass. What? How big are you gonna be, dude? Oh my gosh, is that fun. He's making bubbles. He's in the grass so bad. I don't even know if I have him anymore. I love fishing shallow, but you know, this can happen. He's, there's his tail. Hey buddy. So how am I just gonna net the whole mess here? I guess I'm just gonna net this whole mess. I think he's in here, or he's off. I don't know. Let's just see what happens here. Did he come off? He may have come off, or he's in here. Look it, I don't even have him. He's off. I mean, you saw it. So there was a catfish in this mess. This is the stuff that, I mean, just vegetation. I love it. There's all kinds of living organisms in there, just tiny stuff that powers the food chain, right? That guy was in the thick of it, in the shallows. Obviously, he got the best of me, but hey, this is what happens when, you know, you're doing close quarters combat. Look at this guy. I do a lot of fishing videography, just that's how I make a living, and a lot of that is doing bass tournaments, you know, fast boats, 70 mile an hour, you know, and I'm covering bass tournaments. I love it. I love bass fishing. I love competitive bass fishing, but there's something really special about just slowing down and just getting in a kayak and being really close to the water and just paddling to an area, and it's still and, you know, simple. There's one. Yes, sir. More action, I think, just in general, out deeper. You know, was messing around the shallows a little bit, had a little bit of action, but more action out deeper. Now I'm sitting in 6.5 feet of water right here, and not very long, boom. Okay, kind of the average, I guess, that we've been catching. No complaints here, just get into my net. He's got a really interesting coloration here. Kind of, I don't know, light brown, I guess? Come here, you big-headed monster. He's not a monster, he's a future monster, let's put it that way. And look at how nicely came off there. Yeah, he's kind of a little bit of lighter, what would that be, brown? Kind of a gray, like a yellow, sort of. Look at those whiskers, man. He's tasting with those. And then also can taste with his body. Let's let you go, you beautiful creature. The beauty of channel catfishing, this style of channel catfishing, is it's really simple. You can use just your regular bass gear. This is a medium action Fenwick Elite Tech rod. It actually says bass on there. 7 foot. I like a longer rod, you know, when you're bobber fishing, just easier to get, you know, lob casts. Longer rods, better for hook sets too, getting the line off the water. I'm using, as far as the reel, just a 2500. This is a Shimano Stratic. 10-pound monofilament. You don't want to be using, you know, fluorocarbon for line. Fluorocarbon sinks, so you want to use monofilament. I like clear line as opposed to green line. It shows up better, so you can watch your line. As far as the bobber goes, this is a tail fin bobber. This is the first time I've used these. Really highly visible. These are weighted. I like weighted bobbers. You can cast them really far. This is a number 5 split shot. Have a split shot there. And really, this right here is the key to this whole setup that I think. I love this 2/0 Kayak hook, and look at how a shrimp, it's like it was made for it. Like the shrimp or the Kayak hook, I don't know which was made for it, but it's just, it fits on there perfectly. You take that, this part off, that you don't need that tail. And I like to just bring it over the hook eye, and it's like perfect. You know, the catfish has no idea there's a hook in there. The other way I really love catching channel cats is just freelining. So really the same similar type of rod and reel setup, but it's just without the bobber, the split shot. All it is the 2/0 Kayak hook and the shrimp. There we go. Oh God, he's running right at me, golly. I like set the hook on nothing because he was running right at me. Oh my God. Whoa! Oh, just freelining, no bobber. I have another rod rigged up without a bobber, just a Kayak hook, 2/0 Kayak hook, and nothing else. Not even a split shot. And here we go. You don't get to do this very often, but when I've been able to do it, I love to be able just to freeline, and it's just so much fun. You're watching your line. That's all you're doing, you know. That's a good one. That is a good one. Oh boy, I really got to get with a program. Gee whiz, I love this so much. This is a really good one. I have a pathetic net. Crazy how hard they fight here. God, they fight so hard. Yes! He's got some salad. He's heavy. Heavy, dude. Come on in here, my friend. All right, there we go. That was a really excellent hook placement. That was all because of my amazing expertise. Kidding, of course. Look at this guy. Look how long this guy is. That is a long, just beautiful channel catfish. Really in good shape, you know. I never tire of tangling with these guys.